What is going on? It's whatever, August or whatever. You can check the date. I think it's the 18th, 19th. Does that sound like good stuff to you? 18th, 19th. I could look, but I don't want to. Driving here, people. Without further ado and or questions or inquiries, going right into the topics today. As usual, nothing is pre-planned. We do take occasional breaks. Some breaks longer than others, and some episodes, depending on the platform, we may archive. We have archived some on the YouTube platform. You enjoy any of these podcasts and random talks, you can find them other locations, though. You can find them on Apple, iTunes podcast directory. You can find them on the Google, the Amazon, the this, that, the other, all this stuff, all the jazz. You can find the Drawdown King out there in all the jazz stations nationwide. Appreciate you taking some time to listen and give us consideration and part of your daily schedule and or a random listen or I don't think I want to listen to that, I'm turning it off. Well, it was nice to have you here for a few moments or minutes, fleeting minutes. On a drive here, going to try to go for a hike. Don't know if we're going to get half of the hike in, the full. We can exit at any time on this hike. So if we get a mile and a half in, and get the 3 miles in, there's several different points we can exit. So we don't know if we're going to go for the full 3 miles. Say it's $3,000. We don't know if we're going to. We want the $3,000, but we don't know if the $3,000 is going to happen. I'm just saying, we don't know if the 3,000 Shamoli is going to happen or not. Got a lot of traffic out today. It's normally when I like to drive. Keeps me on cue and on topic and everything like that. So again, we're just not quite sure exactly the mileage we're going to get in here today on the hike. Trying to get the brain, the intestines, the stomach, all the organs, the livers, the kidneys, the spleen, the brain, the heart, the lungs, everything all working together again. And, trying to get everything working together well. So let's take a look here, see what we've got. I think we're good for the trip today. Always per view, and check your stuff, your equipment, your wallet, your keys, and all of your essentials and other ingredients. Throw that over to trading or whatever aspect. Make sure you have all your tools readily accessible, easily laid out, and ready to get to when you need to get to it, and not too far away, but not too in your face. You know what I'm saying? How everything right there goes together, and how that we get a feel for where these functions are going to happen in our lives, and the aspects of everything that we're going to see as we move forward here. So I am most appreciative of you listening today. Again, I can talk on different topics at different times. Sometimes I have a lot of interest, sometimes little. There's not really a great way to say at what time and what format. You have a lot of interest versus a little interest versus a minutiae of interest versus a plethora of interest, if that was all used in the proper context and framing there, my friends. So I am on the radio here. We're on the radio. And we're on the radio waves, whether it's electronic or plesiontonic or analonic, blobbity-blonic. Living in the old analog days may not be the best thing to do. Analog Joe isn't always the best way to spend your time with your analog stuff and your analog, antiquated, proprietary or non-proprietary technology, and how that's weighted in or against your favor. So I'm most appreciative of how things are happening here and what things that you're looking forward to, and topics and discussions that we have here on Drawdown King Radio. This is the radio. This is the big spot that we go to make a little roadie-dough. They're putting in a new, what is this, a self-storage center of some sort. Self-storage center. Exactly what it looks like. It goes back here a pretty darn good piece, to be honest with you. Not sure exactly how far that goes back there. But those storage centers, I'm getting tired of seeing them. They're all over the place. Storage units, whatever the case and what have you. Gets a little old seeing them. Most people leave their belongings behind. Forget to pay, can't pay. Something happens. Forget about it. Whatever the case, piss on it. And leave it all behind to whoever pays the bill. I'm getting a little close to where I need to be. We're going to take a walk out and around. Not sure how far out. We're going to do some around, but I'm not sure how far out we're going to get today in this episode of Hiking and Schmiking, Butta-biking. Alrighty. So I do have some podcasts, like I said, that I'll archive. What I'll do is I'll leave up the top, the last 5 podcasts here on the YouTube, if this one gets broadcast properly, and then we'll archive them. This isn't meant to be the main repository for podcasts. Don't need to overload that area. Maybe that's some of the things that I'm thinking about, is why that this is getting mixed in with the videos. It's all like separate, all this media stuff, but I still think that podcasts and just listening to the audio alone is plenty. We don't need screen. We don't need video. If you can't portray or convey your message through simple spoken language, maybe you're doing something wrong. Maybe there's something wrong in the kinds of things and how you're approaching everything, and how that you're looking to progress in your different areas that you're interested in, or you have a extreme quest or thirst for knowledge. We'll let it push through the airwaves a little further. And I'm very glad, again, for you all to join here at the Team Drawdown King. Not sure exactly when this is cutting off. Cuts off early. I do apologize. Thing gives me a little bit longer, but I'm on a stretch of road here. Gotta fix my eyes on the surroundings. That's why I'm still talking and concentrating and focusing on all that. Yet, very steady in the way I approach this. So do appreciate everything that's happening out there, and how everybody's got their foot in the sand. Feet in the sand. Let's see. Let's just give a little push here today. Maybe I'll go around the reverse direction today. See if we can get the full 3 miles in. It's been a little bit. I haven't been doing a lot of exercise. Been eating poor, having too much caffeine. Had some supplements and vitamins. A lot of those. Been drinking some of those pre-canned coffees that have vitamins and stuff in them, and I mean ginsengs and caffeine. Those little bottle drinks with caffeines and vitamins and stuff. and then the packs of coffee that's mixed with sugar and milk, powdered milk, and all that stuff. Those little things you stir up in your coffee and your... Alright, so I'm not sure exactly how much further I got. I can't really tell here. Oh, I got about 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Needs to make it a little more obvious there. But having those little coffee stir-ins, you mix that in with water and ice or whatever. And I was mixing some cola syrups in with that and nicotine vaping too much caffeine, too many vitamins, too many liquids that aren't straight spring water and are of unknown sources and these types of things. So Kidney started telling me a story, and I didn't quite like the story it was telling me, so I cut all that stuff out, cut the breads again, any kind of oil, grease stuff I usually try to stay away from, but I was on a road there with some pizza. Got a few different things, though, different ways of looking at the world and the surroundings, and make a quick, swift, decisive movement there to eat and drink much healthier and to get everything back on the road here. So it's already made a big difference. Going to try to get back on the health. Much lower energies without the caffeines and things. So we are still working on that and seeing what kind of supplemental or more exercise, morning exercise, this, that, the other. Not quite really sure yet, but we are still looking to progress. Maybe take a look at some of the different things. Like I got recently a paraxanthine, which is a metabolite of caffeine. Take a look maybe over at some magnesium drops. I had some magnesium tabs as well, and about mostly that. So we'll see exactly what is happening out here. They cleared a lot of ground here not too long ago. Not quite sure what they're doing. I'm not sure if they know what quite sure they're doing. They cleared out all of the plants and the trees and all this stuff. So I may have to go take a look over at that and see exactly what it is that we have moving for us today. But we are definitely conquering some additional grounds and getting a footing back in the saddles or whatever, what have you, back in the saddle again. Remember that song? But I believe I'm about out here. I got about 1 minute and 34 more seconds to talk and to ramble. And hopefully I'm not rambling anybody too bad here. Do have a few cars that's out, so we will make it a little bit more of an effort to progress and push back in our direction that we need to go. And maybe we'll have a little more time or space for that matter, so we can go down middle, back, whatever the case is. If I want to exit at the middle, I can exit at the middle here as well. So I do appreciate everybody taking some time out of your day and giving us a little bit of your ears as we move forward on this and progress the best that we can. And without further ado, I think we're going to be wrapping this up. Ain't got much time left. Got like 30 seconds here. So again, appreciate you listening and giving us some of your time. Going to be doing a little walk and talk here, but mostly talking to myself as I am now. Other people will be listening maybe at some time in the future. You have a great night, great evening, and enjoy your day the Drawdown King way. Peace out. Take it easy, everyone. Great night.